Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel Illustrator. I am Tor, and today we are going to be working on the PPC. So yes, we are doing November's PPC right now, and if you guys hadn't realised and hadn't read the name of this video, Hawthorne was the winner from last month's challenge. So you guys picked it and we are going to draw it, and if you have not or do not know of this challenge and you've just joined us just now, what I have launched is a personifying challenge. So each month I suggest 3 plants in the video, and you guys can pick whichever one you think is the most interesting or whichever one you really like the best. The winner of that will be announced on Twitter and on Instagram. You can find my links to both of those in the section below. And that is where I announce them. And on Twitter, if you want to enter, you can just comment on that tweet that announces the winner and just put a picture of what your entry is with the appropriate hashtag, which I will announce later. And then on Instagram, if you just post your picture with the hashtag and any other tags that you want to use, be my guest, you pick what you like. And I can find that really easily on Instagram. And in fact, I've noticed a trend. A lot of people are really enjoying entering via Instagram, and that is awesome. If you want to create and not share it, that is absolutely fine. I'm not going to get angry about that. You can do whatever you like. Remember, doodling is just to make you happy. Again, there is absolutely no pressure. There is no grand prize, as it were. This isn't a giant competition or anything. This is literally just for fun and giggles. So if you do enter, what happens with your imagery is that I take a screenshot from whichever social media it was on, and I make a mini show reel at the end of each of the next videos. So today, because it's been October and it's been Inktober, a lot of artists haven't had the time to join in with extra little bits like this, the PPC. So there haven't been masses of entries, and that's absolutely fine, guys. I completely understand. I've also been doing Inktober and it has been exhausting but completely amazing at the same time, which I'll show you guys that another time. That'll be for another video. So let's jump backwards just for a second. The winner of last month's challenge, as I've already said, is Hawthorne, and before I started this I did have to do some research because, let's face it, I am not a plant specialist. Also, I wanted to get a good feel of what a character could have been potentially. So some of the things that really stuck with me from my research is the following. So the plant Hawthorne is also known as thornapple and is completely related and in the same family as roses. One of the giveaways that sort of links the two is the fact that they have thorns that range between 1 and 5 inches, which sounds very painful. Please don't go running or falling into one of those bushes. Sounds very painful. There are approximately 200 species worldwide, and apparently the most of those species are found in North America. So you guys have got lucky. You've got lots of hawthorns and thornapples, depending on what you call them. It's a good job I didn't say thornapple and hawthorn in the last selection, because they was just the same thing. I just didn't know that before this. So they also range, I'm stumbling over my words. I'm sorry guys. So they range between being a thorny shrubbery all the way up to a small tree. They don't grow much bigger than that, but the most amazing thing that I found out about these guys is they can live up to 400 years in the wild. That's pretty old for a shrubbery. Again, I'm falling over it. I've said the word so many times, shrubbery. It officially means nothing to me. So they flower between May and June, and their flowers are relatively small, usually up to about 2 centimeters in diameter. Their blooms are usually white and pink with yellow pollen to attract the little bugs and little guys. One of the things that also caught my attention was the fact that the leaves are usually deep green to orange red. So with all of that information in mind, I was getting quite a strong image of maybe an older guy that had been around the block somewhat, and you know, he's had a bit of a hard life. He's fought out his little space in the world, and he's maybe a little bit rough around the edges, but he's really got a heart of gold. And from the colour scheme, you will have guessed deep green and orange red. And I wanted to keep that going throughout, so I was choosing orange reds, YRs from my Copic collection, and greens, various greens, and I wanted to make sure that the colour palette was well knitted together. So you will have noticed the beard itself isn't just a grey. I didn't want to give him just a grey. I gave him a warm grey so it was in the same colour family, same hue. And I gave him a greenish tinge. So he's not mouldy or anything, this is literally a personification. So I'm trying to bring out some of these colours through his skin, through his hair, all of that good stuff. You guys are probably wondering what those spots on his head are. They are meant to be age spots. Please bear in mind, guys, I have never drawn, well, I hardly ever draw guys. I have never really drawn an old guy before, or an old person before, or anyone with this kind of sort of skin thing. So it's very new to me, but because of the colour palette, I was like, well, I don't want to put green on his head. You know, there's enough green going on, what with his shirt and his beard. I was like, okay, we'll just tie back into the yellow and red. So that is why they are YR. They're quite a deep YR. I'm slightly regretting my choice. I'm kind of wishing I'd gone for a little bit more of a subtle YR. But what is done now, and we are going to roll with it. So, guys, let me launch backwards for a second. If you guys haven't seen last month's PPC, it was probably my favourite to date just because it ended up being a creature. So the winner of the previous month was Pumpkin, and I will leave that above for you guys to check out. I will link that for you guys to see. I would completely recommend it if you're new to the channel. It's a pretty good analysis of what I was originally expecting when I was like coming up with the idea of doing the PPC. More of a creature or a person type thing. This old guy, I don't know, I was just getting this feeling that I should draw a person, and I wanted to do someone with a good nose. Really random thing to want to do. I really wanted to have a decent nose, and like every other PPC so far, they've all been completely different, and this guy is like no different to that. So the hashtag for the next month will be PPC DEC, short for December, 18, and I will leave that on screen, and I will also put it in the section below for you guys to see. The 3 plants that are up for picking between for December's PPC are holly, fir tree / Christmas tree, or mistletoe. So the ball is officially in your guys' courts. Please select your favourite or the one that appeals to you the most, and that is what will be announced for the next month. Please remember to give this video a nice big thumbs up. It lets me know that you like it and makes me feel super duper happy. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell to stay in the arty loop. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to check out GenzyBot's illustration for the PPC and also Lidybug's illustration for the PPC. They have both done amazing work. You guys are doing fabulous. Until next time, guys, bye!